is that move. Hello, the runner this time as Maguire sends it forward and now it's in. Angle side goes! Well, he saved his goals this season for the Europa League and holds on the stroke of half-time. That feels massive for Manchester United. A second goal tonight, daylight on aggregate.
Definitely Manchester United are keeping the red flag flying high. Yes, it was a dramatic night at the Theatre of Dream, Old Trafford yesterday. Manchester United can actually sing glory, glory, Manchester United. A night of drama, a night of chaos for Ruben Amorim left side, and of course for Paulo Fonseca. It was a bad night for Olympique Lyon and Manchester United. They can actually sing glory, glory, Manchester United. Football fans, good morning to you. Welcome to another edition of Sport Drive 9 morning. Yes, we'll be talking about Manchester United and their success yesterday in the Europa League. Yes, they are in the semi-final for the 2024-2025 season. Yes, finally, Manchester United fans, this is the perfect time for them to celebrate. And you just have to celebrate their success yesterday. Congratulations to all Manchester United fans as it concerns their success yesterday. Yes, a good morning once again. Happy Good Friday to you. Yes, you're listening to the voice of BIODUN. Calling 0705 for 500 1033, or you call 090 54 44 1033. Are you a Manchester United fan? Yes, get in here. Let's celebrate your darling team as it concerns their success yesterday. Glory, glory, Manchester United. Quickly, because of our time, let's delve into action. Let's see what the future holds for the fans in the NPFL. More sensitization is what we are calling for, and it is really, really important for the various management to start doing all of that for their respective fans.
It's over. The Bucks have done it. The long wait has ended after a half century. The Milwaukee Bucks are NBA champions once again.
Okay, let's move elsewhere. Let's talk about the Under-17 African Cup of Nations that is going to be going down between Morocco and Mali. Well, CAF has actually announced the adjustment time for the Under-17 AFCON final between Morocco and Mali. The fixture had originally been set for the 20th of this month, but then talking about these two great nations, yes, they will go on to battle it out for them to actually know who is going to host the Under-17 African Cup of Nations. But we look forward to that one, and it's a great time for African teams. Talking about the Under-17, the Under-20. Just yesterday, also the NFF, the Nigerian Football Federation, submitted the 23-man squad for the Flying Eagles also. And according to report this morning, the manager also released the players of the team that will go on to represent Nigeria at the African Cup of Nations, the Under-20 African Cup of Nations. And if you look at our group also, it's a difficult group. We've got Morocco, Tunisia, we've got Kenya also. But, just like we said in our previous show also, Morocco, they're a difficult team to play. Tunisia also. But I think Kenya, we can actually, take our chances against Kenya. But then, with what the manager has been able to do so far, I think we'll stand a chance to go into that game and get the job done. And Olympic Lyon, yes, the likes of Kobe Mainoo, talking about Bruno Fernandes, and not to forget Harry Maguire, were really instrumental for Manchester United. Unfortunately for Olympic Lyon, one of their players, talking about Tolisso, he was red carded in that game. And once you are playing with 10 man down, it's going to be very, very hard. But then this two got the first goal for Tottenham Hotspur in the 43rd minute of that game. Entering Frankfurt did everything possible, but then Tottenham Hotspur were really solid in their defense yesterday. And big congratulations to Ange Postecoglou, the man who is not happy, with those who have been clamoring for his Saka, those who are really talking about him not doing well for Tottenham Hotspur. Of course, you can't afford the fans. They literally owns the club, because without the fans, trust me, clubs cannot move forward. But then you have to make sure you balance the equation also. When you satisfy the fans, you also have to satisfy your conscience also. And I think that is what Ange Postecoglou is doing right now. But then the man says, I do not care. All I want to do is to do my job and take this team to the final of the Europa League. But interestingly, they'll be playing against Bodo Glimt. Yes, talking about the conqueror of XX Lazio. I saw that game yesterday, and I really, I felt bad for Lazio, because they had to dig deep, or they dug deep in that game. But unfortunately, penalty in the extra time 2-0. So it was the Norwegian team who also progressed in that particular game. Well, interesting time, you must say, for some of these, I don't want to call them lesser light. Let me just use the word minnows in the Conference League. But it's going to be really, really interesting to see how the likes of Real Betis, Fiorentina, Chelsea will go in this particular competition. They literally stand a chance to win the Conference League. And if you talk about one team that's been knocking hard on the door for the past couple of seasons, talking about Fiorentina, they've been in back-to-back conference finals. So another opportunity for them. Okay, quickly, let's look at games that will go down in the Top Flight League in the French Ligue 1. Just one game by 7:45 runs against Nantes. That game will go down, and Espanyol against Tafe will go down by 9 p.m. I'm talking about the African Cup of Nations Under-17 going on. Yes, by 8 p.m. is going to be Ivory Coast against Burkina Faso by 8 p.m. also. So those are the games that you get to see across the world of football today. Alright, quickly, because of our time, let's go look at stories of quarterfinal of the Barcelona Open with a straight set with a straight set win, I beg your pardon, over Laszlo Jerry, Spanish world number 2, Alcaraz, who triumphed against his former opponent, also other franchise also. But interestingly, yes, the likes of Lando Norris, all of these guys are really, really knocking on the door to make sure they step aside, to make sure Max Verstappen step aside and go on to win. But Max Verstappen is the favorite anytime, any day, and he would definitely want to do that again to prove to the world that is actually the best in the world of Formula One right now. Okay, back to the world of football. Let's talk a bit about Carlo Ancelotti. Yes, this particular story has been going around since Real Madrid crashed out over the UEFA Champions League against Arsenal. But then Carlo Ancelotti, according to reports, has held talks with intermediary from the camp of the Brazilian national team. And he says to be in reckoning to be the manager of the Brazilian national team. Well, nothing is confirmed right now. All of these are just, rumors, but we'll get to see how this all pan out, because a lot of people, a lot of, newspaper outlets have been reporting this one, that Carlo Ancelotti is going to be the next manager of the Brazilian national team, while Real Madrid are looking forward to have a new manager, either Jurgen Klopp or Xavi Alonso, all the way from Bayer Leverkusen. But nothing is confirmed right now. We just have to wait until the news is being confirmed.
Still champions! Are you kidding me?
Right, let me take my final story on the show for this morning. Let's look at one or two from the transfer gossip. Yes, Manchester United and Liverpool FC are among the top clubs interested in signing Olympique Lyon 21-year-old French forward Ryan Cherki. Yes, this summer, yes, that young man was really instrumental for Olympique Lyon yesterday, but then that wasn't enough for the French side to qualify to the semi-final of the Europa League. But good performance from the young man. Hopefully, we'll get to see him play for Manchester United or Liverpool in the future. And Arsenal also are considering going all out for Benjamin Sesko. Yes, that will cost them nothing less than £65 million in the summer of the transfer market. Well, interesting for the camp of Arsenal and Manchester United, and Chelsea Football Club also. They are ready to bring on board their loanee, yes, who is going to play for Strasbourg in the French League. I'm talking about Wesley Santos, but they want to sort out, the issues of Mikhailo Mudryk, who is currently out of sort for Chelsea Football Club right now. Well, all of these top teams, they have, the summer of the transfer market to actually correct all of that, and of course make sure they have a better summer transfer. It is very, very important for the likes of Arsenal, Manchester United, even Real Madrid. All of these top teams, they need to beef up their team, to prepare for the new season. All right, we need to go on the show for this morning. Yes, thank you very, very much for always staying tuned to I-FLIER 103.3 FM. Yes, till we'll come your way again this afternoon on Football Republic. Yes, we'll get to, banter on that particular show. Yes, I do have a lovely Friday morning, and of course, a big thanks to Pabio, who has been pressing the right button in the studio here with me this morning. Yes, till I come your way, I remain BIODUN. APENA. Do have a lovely Friday morning. Bye for now.
Lewandowski.